I was giving my doll a haircut that day. Right then, my thug of a dad walked over. He saw the doll in my hands and started yelling at me on the spot. Then he began teaching me how to be a proper gangster. First, I had to copy his swagger. Second, my words needed to hit like a punch. Then he showed me how to pull a gun with style. And he said my fighting skills had to be maxed out under his training. My throwing knives never missed a target. I even got pretty smooth with nunchucks. I could even kick a wall down with one shot. Then I sprayed on some flashy tattoos and threw on an over-the-top gold chain. My dad looked at me and finally cracked a satisfied smile. The next second, he ordered me to rob a place with him, but I refused right away. I promised my creator I'd follow the rules. But dad said someone stole his car and told me to get it back for him. Hearing that made me furious. So I jumped out of the car and found one parked on the street. Angry as hell, I smashed it to pieces with a hammer. Dad was scared stiff watching that. When we got back in the car, he hurried to lecture me again, and with our perfect teamwork, we swiped every luxury car we saw. Dad even had me hop into a GTR. Then we traded all the cars for supplies. Dad said he was planning something big to drag me into his scheme. He blamed my creator for not installing me right. He said my battery was damaged, and I only had 2 days left to live. Hearing that terrified me. I had no idea what to do. So I went to my creator and confronted him, but he didn't say a word. He never expected me to evolve this fast. Then suddenly I felt my body lose power, even though my battery wasn't empty. At the same time, every law enforcement robot shut down. What I didn't know was that a massive conspiracy was just kicking off. A bunch of criminals gathered on the streets, their protest bringing the whole city to a halt. So my creator rushed me back to the company and repaired my system. That's when I noticed a helmet, and a wild idea popped into my head. If I transferred my consciousness into another robot, I could still survive. So I grabbed the helmet and hurried back home. Then I connected to the internet and started cramming every bit of info I could. After multiple attempts, I finally uploaded my consciousness into a computer. All I needed next was a new body.